Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do to add your video is navigate to Content Players, which I'm already on, and make sure that you see Players in YouTube and that the group says YouTube so that you're in the right subgroup. Now you're going to click New Player, and you can click Choose a Video File or Drag and Drop, which I will just do the drag and drop. You can also do more than one at a time if you have more than one. And just give it a second. And what you're going to look for, this was a very short video, but you want to see that the encoding is done. And then when the encoding is done, it can still say processing, but just make sure the encoding portion is done. And then do not click save, because if you click save, it'll create a player, and we don't want to create a player. All we want to do is add a video. So you're just going to X out. It's going to give you this warning. It's going to say, if you exit, your player will be lost. Sure, that's fine. Any videos uploaded at this time can be found on the previously uploaded tab the next time you create a player. Are you sure you wish to exit? So click exit. So nothing is here because we didn't create a player. But if we go to Content, Videos, there we go. Here's our video. So immediately what you want to do is hover over your video and click Settings. Here's the settings screen. And at this point, you can edit your video attributes. So you have name, which is equivalent to video title, description, that's like the meta title, tags are kind of like keywords, and those are the three things that show up on YouTube. The notes section is used internally and will just help you or your teammates find your videos, or you can leave notes about certain campaigns, things that you want to be kept internally. So I'll add a description. And when you're adding tags, you could either hit the plus sign or you can just hit the enter button on your keyboard. Then you click Save Changes. And as an example, if I were to add another tag and try to leave this screen without saving changes, it will give you a warning. So don't worry too much. Just click Save Changes. The next thing you're going to want to do is add your thumbnail. Video will automatically generate 10. I like to delete the ones that I'm not using. And the current one will always be under here as current. You can click through the video and click Add to Library, and you choose any of the screenshots to be your thumbnail. You can also capture GIF, but GIFs do not get sent into YouTube, so I'm not going to go over that right now. I think most of you are going to be uploading an image, so you just click the Upload tab. You can drag and drop. This time I'm going to choose through here. It accepts most files, so don't really worry about that. And you'll see it's added to the library, but you need to click it to make it your current. It'll automatically save. You can also go to Trim if you want to shorten your video for any reason. If you hit Save at this point, it would create two copies, one the current one, and then it would create a copy of the original. So the one that you're working on now would be video number 1. And then if you were to go into the content videos, you would see the original. It would be called video number 1 copy. If you don't need the original anymore, make sure to hit Save and Replace, and that will just get rid of the original and override it with this new trimmed down version. And that's good because we don't want to have reversion control and files that we don't need. When you're done doing that, click Settings. Look over what you've done. If right now we're syncing to the best testing channel, but if there were more channels, they would show up here. And now you hit Push to Channel. This pop-up will appear. You don't need to change anything except for category. You can schedule it later if you'd like. I don't really see the reason. And then you just hit push video. You'll see this icon occurring. And depending on the amount of time, it'll be instantly in YouTube, but YouTube still needs to encode the video. So we'll return there in a bit. So that's how you push a video. Let me go back to content videos, and this is all of the videos in my subgroup. And here's what I uploaded earlier. So I hover over it, click settings, and I can see that it's not pushed to YouTube yet. Because if it were, pushed to YouTube, you would see this. Last sync 1 minute ago, options, you can edit the settings, sync again, but you would see this and it'd be green. So if I go back to that other video, click settings, it's not synced to YouTube, but I need to do some edits first. So let me edit the description. Add my tags. At this settings page, remember to hit save. And now I'll talk about captions. So captions are automatically generated. You click edit, and Vidyard has a nice interface for you to click through and see how they look. So if I click through here, you can click on any of these cues. They'll show up down here, and you simply type over it like, "Hi, I'm Heather Levy." Then you just remember to click OK and save changes, and it will update the cue. And you just keep on going like that. You can use these arrows to proceed through the cues, like so. And each of these is just a timestamp. That's when the cue starts and that's when the cue ends. I don't really think that this is the friendliest user face, especially if the video is long, but that's what Vidyard has available. So I'm just going to click OK, save changes, and then go back to all captions. And as you probably guessed, you're always going to want to edit the captions because it's just based on the Vidyard kind of voice recognition technology, and it's not perfect. So it does say approved. So I'm going to change. Oh, so approved is fine. It just means that it's approved. It doesn't mean it's published. If I wanted to publish it, you have to hit publish all approved, which I'm not going to do. So what I want to do is edit this off of Vidyard. So what you're going to do is click download, SRT, and then click or go to this free subtitle online editor. You just hit subtitle, open, choose the file, here it is. I don't change any of these other settings, and I just hit load subtitle. So here it is loaded. And I think there's other options to upload the video so it would show up here, but I would probably just have the video open in another tab and just use this free tool to edit the subtitle. So you just click on one and edit it down here. I'll just do one for example. Actually, I have a good idea. So you just click through. Then there's really no save function here, but when you're done, you just click subtitle, save, download. And then you want an SRT file, save, download, and that's what it's called. Now you go back into Vidyard and you hit new caption. Actually, before I do that, delete this one. And the reason you want to delete this one is because this one is called English, and if you uploaded another one, the next one would be called English 2, and it would always be called English 2. And I want it to be called English 1, so I'm going to delete this one. So hit new caption, upload caption, choose the file, and it will automatically be published. I don't like that, but that's just how it is. So now it's ready to go. And if you were to use this video on Gartner.com, you would set in the players, you would be able to set if you want the captions to be automatic and show up right when it's played, or to be optional or not be available at all. But the video is where you actually add the captions and have them be available. So that's that. Just make sure it says publish, and it's also the default. And you can add other captions too in different languages, as many as you want.